Aries. Welcome to your summer 2025 reading. My name is NiJiLL and you have found alchemy. Okay, for this season, we're just going to be doing the 2 months to get back on track because I started this a little late in the spring, so June was included in the spring. So we'll start with the 3 months again in September for the fall. But for now, we're doing our 2 months, so it might be a bit of a short reading. We're doing an overview for these 2 months. And then when the month comes up, when we're right before this month, we're going to re-pull these cards and we're going to have a really big reading, expanding on these cards and seeing what else is going to happen. Okay, so let's see. This is, to start with, these are your overarching cards. You have the number 18, and it does say, I am kind-hearted. You are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world a better place than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. I do think that we're highlighting here that you're very kind-hearted. Somehow maybe you're going to be doing a favor for someone's going to ask something of you. Perhaps you're just compelled to do something. But what I like about this is that this is number 18 in this deck, and that breaks down to a number 9, which is your ruling planet, Mars. So that is even more of an indication that that is a message for you. Also, Mars enters Libra on August 6th. And it's sort of like an all's fair in love and war type energy. And so for the next few weeks after that, the warrior planet meets that planet of love, and the sign of love, and harmony. And this transit basically teaches us how to fight fair. It may not start out that way, Aries, but it may end that way. So definitely keep a lookout for that. You have fire, which is your element. This is number 23 in this deck. So, I mean, the last couple of readings you had were pretty hot. Very, very the sparks were flying. And so it looks like this, it looks like it may drip into the summer a little bit. It does look a little different for sure, but it looks hot for sure. I mean, you have here adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So you may need to make some adjustments on this because it looks like it's been going on. There's this sort of buildup happening. I think June, in general, is supposed to be a very hot month for you. So there's like a sort of buildup to something, and the fire seems to be burning brightly even this summer. You have, hold on, and you have the Hanged Man, and this is number 12. It's that major arcana, and in this deck it says sacrifice, release. So you're you may be making a sacrifice, especially with this card here. And a sacrifice doesn't have to be huge. It's not like you're going to sacrifice your life for another. It's not, it doesn't have to be as poetic as it sounds. It just could be you make a small sacrifice for someone this month or this summer, this season. You do have Felix Felicitas. It is a power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. You may listen, just glancing at your cards, I see some serendipity in the works for you here this summer, Aries. Man, I'm telling you, if this passion hasn't hit you yet, it's going to, because it's been consistent in your readings for the last couple of months. And here we go. I mean, we're going to definitely look at this, because look at this. This is a version of the devil. This is a massive deck. I don't know if you watched me shuffle and lay out the cards, but not only are they big in size, but it's just massive. So we have alternate versions of many cards, and this is the alternate version of the devil card. And this is called the Temptation. Yeah, definitely. So it's a little different from the other card in this deck, and I'm not going to go into that as much, but it's different. If it's different, pictured differently, and it's actually explained differently for sure. This alternate version called the Temptation is very similar to the devil, with a more the devil with a more aggressive look, right? This card it identifies, I can't speak, assumes the identity of Modius, and Modius is the demon associated with lust. Man, what are you doing? Please fill me in. Yeah, and this card, an alternate name for this card could be debauchery as well. But there's definitely lust associated with this. It could be uncontrolled sexual appetites, something very out of your hands. You feel like you're almost at the mercy. You're at the mercy of it. You do have here the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups, and by the way, this is, even in this deck, this is Capricorn, Saturn energy, okay? But you have the Three of Cups, and this is Mercury in Cancer energy. And you know, the Three of Cups is a reunion. This could be somebody from your past that you're sort of not reconciling but meeting up with again. Could be, but either way, it's a celebration. It's a celebratory energy. It's very happy, very celebratory. Very interesting, Aries. As usual, you have here the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is Venus and Virgo energy. And you could be doing well, you know, in business. You could be sort of independently made, somebody that has built their life and their independent and their money themselves. Maybe this is part of the sacrifice. Maybe you're sacrificing time at work for this. Maybe you're sacrificing money for this. Could be either way, right? But this is an indication of long-term prosperity. Now, you also have the Hanged Man again over here. And, you know, in this card, obviously, it's the same energy. This could be very sacrificial in nature. But the Hanged Man being such Piscean energy, it could very well be somebody seeing something from a different perspective. Perhaps you go into this looking at it this one way and you come out looking at it a little differently. Either way, there is some sort of sacrifice involved. This could be a sacrifice of time. This could be a sacrifice of material wealth. There's some sort of sacrifice here on the table. You do have the release card. It says release, surrender, and purge. Now, let's see what the rest of these cards look like before we really get into this here. You do have here and this is a release card as well. You have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And this is my card, and it's pretty much every reader's card of releasing something you once had a tight grip on. This could be your controlled, your control. You could have been controlling yourself in this situation very well. There is a release here, a surrender to something, and there is that lust card. There is that, you know, uncontrolled passion card. So definitely take that for what it's worth here, for sure. Yeah, you have here also the Judgment card coming in sideways. How's your judgment in this situation here, Aries? Pluto energy, yeah. Deciding on whether to lean into the situation. There's a pull going on. You know, when the Judgment card is a call, right? You're being called, you're being pulled. It's a call to something, and you're trying to decide whether to really immerse yourself in this, I think. I do think there is something you're giving up, though. You have the Ace of Pentacles. This is Earth energy, but it's in reverse. So there is some sort of a release. There is some sort of a sacrifice here. And like I said, don't take that word and run with it. But there is some sort of thing that you are doing for someone. It's some sort of favor. And it's somehow mixed up in this situation, right? Now, this could be this could be flipped, Aries. This could be someone that does you a favor. This could be a sacrifice that someone's making for you. Somebody's helping you out. I mean, you could very well be friends with someone from your past, and you know, this favor sort of lights a fire. I mean, that's one way to interpret this for sure. But there is a favor involved in this somehow. There is a sacrifice involved in this somehow. And there is a lot of passion involved and celebratory energy involved in this somehow for sure. Okay, so let's move on to August, because man, your readings are cool. All right, look at this. So we have the we have the uncontrolled lust card here. Then we have what? The Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups in this deck anyway is just pure water energy, right? And it is unity, partnership, mutual attraction, right? Coming together of two things. Really nice energy, right? It is love-based. You do have the Sun here. And the Sun is pure Leo energy. And it's, you know, like any reader will tell you, it is the happiest card in the deck. This union, this situation is making you very happy. It's illuminating, it's warm, it's happiness, it's personal fulfillment. You do have here the High Priestess, and that's more Pisces energy. It would not surprise me if this person was a Pisces or had Pisces placements, right? Pisces placements, what do I mean by that? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or a stellium. And that's something that people don't really look at. Astrologers do, of course, but I found out that I am a Pisces stellium actually, and nobody would have guessed that because I'm an Aquarian through and through. Like people meet me and they're, she must be an Aquarian. Some people guess Leo, and that is my rising sign. But most people would never guess a Pisces stellium, but there you are. So you just be careful of what you believe when you meet people and you just ask them their sign. It's a whole different thing. You do have the Knight of Pentacles here. And the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, but by the way, let's go back to the High Priestess. You have listen to your intuition, right? The High Priestess knows. She instinctively knows what to do. You may be nervous about something. You may be unsure about something, but by the time August comes, you're going to know what to do. And the answer might come to you very slowly with this Knight of Pentacles. It is a very slow moving energy, but it is a solid energy. You could rely on the Knight of Pentacles. He gets things done very slowly, but he's very thoughtful about it, right? And the Knight of Pentacles is Mercury and Virgo energy, and he brings forth the patience needed for this to be successful, or for this to be, you know, more than what it starts out. I mean, this is great energy. It really is. This is really passionate, fiery Aries energy. I mean, Aries are passionate people. Fire signs are my favorite, to be honest with you. And it used to be that I liked earth signs the best, but man, have I changed. Fire signs all day. But yeah, you have definitely you have this slow moving energy coming in, and it is a very solid, stable energy for sure. You have, this does not surprise me, you have Jupiter. And what does that say? Action, courage, right? And that's more fire energy. Jupiter is the ruling planet of yet another fire sign, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is very fiery in nature, but Jupiter is, it says beginnings, right? So you could have a new beginning here with someone that actually goes from highly sexual to quite loving, and it could be long lasting here, Aries. It really could be. So you have this Jupiter energy, the successful energy. It's this Wheel of Fortune energy, and it does say family. So you could be thinking about having a family with this person. You could be thinking about your family or her family and how they'll react to it. There's a family involved in this in some way, shape, or form, though, for sure. You have the Five of Swords. Wow. So you have the Five of Swords coming in the upright. And as you can see, this is a very defensive card, right? The Five of Swords is Uranus in Aquarius. And it is conflict, right? But it's victory. But the victory comes with a price. There is a price, a sacrifice. There is a sacrificial energy to this reading. There is a sacrifice that needs to be made for this to be victorious. There is victory, but at a price. You have here the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. That is very charitable, right? That is a very charitable energy. That's Mercury and Taurus energy. And maybe at this point you're afraid of the little that you're getting. I mean, not afraid, but you're like, it is a breadcrumbing energy, right? It's giving someone just enough to shut them up, just enough. And it's like, maybe you're putting an end to that because that is in reverse. Maybe there is a lot here that you want to explore. There's a lot here that someone wants to explore, either you or them. And someone is tired of the breadcrumbing, getting what they're getting. They want more, in other words, right? And what do I like about this reading? Your last card, you have the Magician. And the Magician is Mercury energy, right? It could be, many people think it's Aquarius. It could be Aquarius for many reasons, but Mercury is generally Gemini, Virgo energy. But regardless of that, the Magician is a person who is able to do it all. They are able to take on all of this and change their reality. So I like that. There is a reality that's being changed. There is a family involved. That when I expand upon these readings, I'm going to be really interested to see how this turns out. Really interested. Your summer months look hot. They definitely look hot. But now I'm so curious to know who this family is, what the sacrifice is really, and how this lust is going to turn into this beautiful coming together of two people. Unless, of course, this is somebody completely different. Never know with a fire sign, right? Okay, Aries, I will see you soon. Don't forget to listen to your birthday reading. It'll give you 3 blessings. It's a pick a card. It'll give you 3 blessings that's coming to you in 2025 and 2026. I wish you all the best. Namaste.